You're all crying.
To our friends, family, and those loved ones that could not be with us here today, I welcome you to this joyous occasion. We've all been invited here to share with Adam and Lyndsay a very important moment in their lives. In the years they have been together, their love and understanding of each other has grown and matured, and now they have decided to live their lives together as husband and wife. Now, when Lyndsay and Adam first asked me to officiate this wedding, I'm going to admit I was a little surprised, as I'm sure some of you might be as well. But then they explained to me they wanted someone that knew them very well to preside over this most important moment for them, and I felt totally honored and couldn't help but say yes. So, Lyndsay, Adam, I'd like to thank you for bestowing this honor upon me, as well as for the anxiety and gray hairs that have come with it over the past year. Everyone can please be seated, by the way. In all seriousness, I've known Lyndsay for just over 13 years, and through thick and thin, can say we've forged the greatest of friendships. I can also say, though, that without a doubt, in the past 3.5 years since she's met Adam, she has truly grown and matured the most to become the beautiful young lady that stands here before you now. And as for Adam, AKA Big Fella, I've only really had the privilege of knowing Adam for the past 3.5 years, although it's felt like much longer. I really consider him to be one of the closest of friends, especially given how we first met. So if you'll indulge me for just a moment, and well, I've got the microphone, so you have to. I'm going to take you on a quick trip down memory lane 3.5 years ago to that first night. It was a lovely evening in the city of Pasadena. Myself, Aaron, and Lyndsay were preparing for a night out on the town, as we often did. And I realized I'd forgotten something in my trunk. So I went out to the parking lot, dimly lit parking lot with no lighting whatsoever. And as I'm bent over the trunk of my car, looking for who knows what, up from behind me comes this very deep voice. Hey, you must be James. Well, a little startled, thinking, what have I done now? I spin around to find one of the largest men I've ever seen in my life. And still a little stunned, I really couldn't say much, and all I got out in my toughest voice, yeah, what up? So Adam, probably taken back by how rude that comment was, didn't say anything. So for the next minute, this stranger and I walked in awkward silence back into the house where we found Lyndsay, who informed me that this was her date for the evening. Over the course of that night, it became quite apparent that Adam, despite his enormous size and imposing figure, is actually one of the nicest guys you'll ever get the chance to meet. So nice, in fact, that Lyndsay's mom, Andrea, upon finding out they were dating, says to her, well, I just don't think he's quite your type. And Lyndsay, a little shocked, says, well, what do you mean? And Andrea jokingly replies, well, I think he might just be too nice for you. Upon hearing that, I started thinking, well, gee, what did Adam's mom think of Lyndsay when they first met? So I sat down with Connie and asked her that question. And Connie told me that before she had ever even met Lyndsay, she knew she was something special. And me, being the one to question things, said, well, gee, how did you possibly know that? And her response was that she knew her son, and she knew her son had never gotten this excited or anxious about any girl his entire life. And that when Adam talked about anything outside of her, it was nonchalant, calm, laid back, but whenever the subject of Lyndsay came up, it was something different. She said further that once she met her, she knew it was true and that she was the one. Personally, having witnessed you two together, I can say that's pretty accurate. And in spending more time with each of your mothers, it has become quite obvious how excited and happy they are for the two of you and to welcome you into their families. Lyndsay and Adam have asked me to read a short passage that they feel really captures the essence of their love. Sooner or later, we begin to understand that love is more than verses on Valentine's and romance in the movies. We begin to know that love is here and now, real and true, the most important thing in our lives. For love is the creator of our fondest memories and the foundation of our fondest dreams. Love is a promise that is always kept, a fortune that can never be spent, a seed that can flourish in even the most unlikely of places. And this radiance that never fades, this mysterious and magical joy, is the greatest treasure of all, one known only by those who love. I would say please stand and face each other and take each other's hands so you may see the gift that they are to you. These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forevermore. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as you build your future together. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief temporarily comes to you. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow, tears of joy. These are the hands that will tenderly hold your children, the hands that will join your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it, support and encouragement to pursue your dreams, and comfort through the difficult times. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged will still be reaching for yours, still giving you that same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Now, Lyndsay and Adam have chosen to say their own vows. And at this time, I ask that all of you bear witness to the commitments and promises that these two are making to each other both now and forevermore. Adam, grab that there.
Thank you, James. See if I can get through this. The first time I went into Casa Bianca, I noticed you. And I asked my buddies, who is that smoking hot blonde? You had your blonde hair up, a pair of big earrings on. You had your blue apron on and pizza sauce all over it. A few weeks later, we were introduced, exchanged numbers, and went on our first date. And 3 years, 7 months later, I can say without a doubt that I have found true love. You are the most amazing woman I have ever known. You put a smile on my face every day just being you. Your sense of humor, creativity, generosity, unmatched cooking skills, and of course, your keen fashion sense are just a few of the many qualities that I love so much. Your laugh alone could keep me going through anything that life could throw at us. And that big smile that comes along with it, that is the perfect combination. Who knew true love could come in such a beautiful package? I promise to love you in good times and bad, with all that I have to give and all that I feel inside, in the only way that I know how, completely and forever. I promise to be there for you any way and every way that you need me for the rest of our lives. I love you so much.
Oh. All right. That was pretty good. Okay. Adam, you're my best friend and the best thing that has ever happened to me. For the first time we met, I knew you were something special. You are everything I've ever wanted in a man, and I feel so lucky to be standing with you here. I absolutely love everything about you. You are kind, funny, loving, smart, supportive, romantic, and caring. I'm so lucky to have found you. I love you for not only what you are, but I love you not only for what you are, but for what I am when I'm with you. I promise that I will always cook you dinner, as long as you promise to do the dishes. I promise to only go shopping once a month, unless there's a really good sale. I promise to let you watch football every Sunday and Monday and Thursday, so long as it's the Patriots. I promise to be as good as wife and mother as I know you will be a husband and father. I love you for all that you are, all that you have been, and all that you've yet to be. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. Let's get really, really old together. I love you. Yeah, you're not.
Now that you've expressed the commitments that you're ready to make to one another, I'd like to take some time to impart a few words of advice before we make this official. I'm going to tell you now, this is your last chance to back out. Just giving it out there.
Oh, good, I got a friend waiting
Okay.
by the car.
Okay, well, now that you're both standing here, Lyndsay, I'm going to start with you. On those Sundays when you walk into the TV room and you find that heap of dirty clothes laying next to the couch, and Adam upon that couch in just his boxers, as he often is, eating his cereal, as he always does, watching the game instead of doing the yard work, just look at him and that wonderful smile and tell yourself, aren't I the luckiest lady alive? Adam, when you're laying on the couch, there in your boxers, as I've seen you 1,000 times, eating your cereal, as you've offered me hundreds of times, not doing your chores, but instead watching a thrilling Sunday football game, Lyndsay standing in front of your view of the TV, just tell yourself, I'm gonna go do that yard work after, and aren't I the luckiest guy alive? And isn't she the nicest for letting you get the NFL package?
That's right.
If you two can just do those two simplest of things, I promise you that not even her beloved Tom Brady and the Patriots can come between your love. Eric, can I have the rings? Now, before you two exchange these rings, it should be made clear, these are not simply just precious metals. Rather, these wedding rings are only made precious by you wearing them. Your rings say that even in your uniqueness, you have chosen to be bound together. Let these rings always be a sign that love has substance as well as soul, a present as well as a past, and that despite its occasional sorrows, love is a circle of happiness, wonder, and delight. May these rings remind you always of the vows you've taken here today. Adam, take this ring and place it upon Lyndsay's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring to wear with love and joy.
I give you this ring to wear with love and joy.
As a ring has no end, neither shall my love for you.
As a ring has no end, neither shall my love for you.
I choose you to be my wife this day and forevermore.
I choose you to be my wife this day and evermore.
Lyndsay, take this ring and place it upon Adam's enormous finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring to wear with love and joy.
I give you this ring to wear with love and joy.
As a ring has no end, neither shall my love for you.
As a what?
As a,
As a ring has no end, neither shall my love for you.
perfect. That's how we wrote it up. I choose you to be my husband this day and forevermore.
I choose you to be my husband from this day and forevermore.
By the power vested in me by the state of California and UniversalLifeMinistries.com, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Juhl. Go for it.
We're not dancing.
Thank you. I'd like to invite everyone to cocktail hour at the Lotus Lounge. When you came in, it was on your left-hand side.